Have you ever noticed around this time of the year, which is November, people start to simmer down, take it easy, not work as much as they used to work, And I saw a status the other day. Someone was saying that, oh my gosh, I've been struck by year-end fatigue, you know. And I thought about something. So I remember growing up when you were still in high school or primary, basically when you were still in school, the holidays were quite longer, you know. And from around October, around October, beginning to mid-October, that's when it's exam time, and people would start to be relaxed. You don't go to school every day. You only go when there are exams, or maybe when you need to study with certain people, or if a teacher has called you guys in just to review some stuff, But it never used to be as hectic as throughout the year where you go into school every day. So the relaxation starts from around October, and then November and end of October, that would be your exam times. And then in December, you don't really go to school because it's now after exams and you're just waiting for your report, or matriculants are waiting for next year. And then December, the entire December, you're just sitting at home doing nothing. Come January, up until like the 12th, 13th, 14th, you're not going to school at all. And then you go back to school, and the first 2-3 weeks, it's just, settling down into your new grade and whatnot. So think about it, from October, November, December, January. So in a way, it's 3 months of chilling. And you've been doing this from 6, 7, 8 years old up until you're an adult, right? So I think it sort of makes sense in that way, where it's like you've always chilled towards the end of the year. So that sits in your mind. So I really want to go against this whole thing of year-end fatigue. It's not really a year-end fatigue. It's actually our own mental surrender based on what we are already used to as children and as young adults. We just surrender mentally because we're used to relaxing towards this time of the year. And I know in other countries such as the US, they have longer holidays, but maybe it's because it's cold that side around this time. I don't know, but yeah. Since this whole thing is a bit of a myth, rather use this opportunity. This is what I also do. I use this opportunity to lock in. Around this time of the year should actually be a time when we lock in and start to look at our goals. We need to actually look back at what we've achieved throughout the year and see what we can improve, make some improvements where we need to make some improvements, and even going in and finishing what we didn't finish. Because sometimes you have done things, you just need to finish them. So don't wait for next year. Now is the time when things are simmering down and everyone's relaxed, going on holiday. Now is your chance to actually look at what you haven't done and complete what you need to complete. Another thing, competitors are so chill at this time of the year because everyone has money, or rather we're going towards a time when everyone has money. People are bonusing. So competitors are quite relaxed because they know the money is coming. So now if you have a business, now is your time to actually, start going in, locking in fully and doing what you need to do to improve your business and to improve, your relationship with your clients and customers and so on. And then another thing, now is the best time. Now is the best time to plan for 2026. Why do I say that? Because everyone's workload is much less, unless you work at a Shisanyama. Now it's about to go crazy. But now that there is a less workload, plan how your 2026 is going to go about. I've never heard anyone saying they planned something and then things went. Yeah, worst case scenario is that things might get slightly simpler if you plan. But there's nothing negative about planning a year. In fact, while you're watching this, if you actually got to this part of the video, just grab a notepad and just quickly draft things that you want to do next year. Just draft them. Even if you draft something, as long as you put something in writing, it already sits in your head harder than if you're going to think of it or if you're going to type it on your phone. So just grab a notepad, write something and say, okay, this is what I plan to achieve next year and whatnot. So plan your year while things are still relaxed, and then next year you just hit the ground running. You jump into 2026 already fired up, ready to push the year and make improvements and, you know, be better than this year. Have you noticed everyone likes to say, next year's gonna be much better, this is my year, every year my year, every year my year. The best thing is to rather plan how that year is gonna go, right? And plan on time, not when the year starts or when everyone's saying, no, I'm doing my here are my New Year's resolutions. No, plan right now so that when next year starts, you are already ahead. Guys, while others are switching off, when I just switch gears, you know, change down, just keep pushing so that next year you're already at the front of the line, you're already ahead. Don't end the year tired, end it prepared. Speaking of prepared, subscribe so that you can watch the next video where I'm going to be talking about 5 more jobs which are at risk because of AI.